Hey runners, are you running in pain or constantly getting injured? That's really not how it's supposed to work. But still, there's like 80% of runners suffer some sort of injury during the year. And for us in our 50s, 60s and 70s, that injury could be a career-ending event for us and we wouldn't be able to run anymore. So there's there's really no reason for that to happen. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you three things you can do to prevent running injuries from now on. And spoiler alert, it's not your shoes. So hi, I'm Herb the Forever Runner. I'm a heart attack survivor, ultra runner, and online running coach. And I use my Forever Runner method to help runners in their 50s, 60s, and 70s effortlessly run faster without pain and injury, even as you get older. So if you're a runner who's constantly dealing with injuries, go ahead and put a comment down below saying, yeah, that's me, because this video will help you out. Now let me go through three things that I think will help you out. So the first thing that I see is most runners run too fast. and it's and it's like, what? What are you talking about? I run 12-minute miles. I run 14-minute miles. How could I be running too fast? Well, it's all relative. So, studies show that for the top elite uh, marathoners, cyclists, um, uh, cross country skiers, they all train specifically in a 80-20 fashion or a 90-10 fashion. And that is 80 to 90% of their training is done at a very easy pace or a low heart rate. And we call that zone two training. And then the other times that they're running that 10 to 20%, they do more race specific training, which would be, the intervals, tempos, sprints, whatever. But majority of their time, uh, they're just loafing along. Now, like an elite runner, when they're loafing around, they might be running 6 or 7 minute miles, but to them, they're in that low zone range. So if you're running along at 12 to 14-minute miles, but your heart rate's at 145, 155, 160, you're you're in the you're in that bad zone where you're not making any improvement and you're training harder than the elite athletes are who do this for a living. So so slow down. That's one of the first things and best things you can do to keep from getting those overuse injuries, those little nags that develop into something worse because you're just running too fast all the time. And you're not necessarily building your fitness by doing that. So what we want you to do is to do 80 to 90% of your runs at a very low heart rate and uh, in what we would call your zone two range. So, for many of you, that might be, 120 to 130 beats per minute, let's say. Um, but especially for us older runners, it probably should be more around 90% of the time uh, rather than 80% to get the maximum benefit of training this way. And I have other videos on why you should be doing this, but for injury prevention, This is the first thing, is just not to overstress everything all the time. So the second thing that I see, um, when I'm coaching someone, we'll do a video analysis of their gait, and um, uh, uh, it's so common for people to overreach in their gait when they're running, and you might heard about heel striking, or um, uh, the overstriding, but essentially, what happens is, once your uh, foot lands in front of your body, so that your body has to catch up to it, it's putting the brakes on every time you take a stride, and not only is that slowing you down, but that's sending a shock wave all the way up your system, and that's another reason where any little muscle imbalance uh, is going to just get amplified, because you're running with too much shock and pressure on your legs and hips. So to cure that, you need to shorten your stride and get your feet underneath your body, be more of an upright posture, so that you're running more efficiently with your feet underneath you, and that kind of creates that natural cushioning that your body provides for you to run more efficiently and faster, actually, that way. And it's a lot harder to injure yourself when you're running efficiently. So the third thing is, as an older runner, we need more time to recover between runs, and this is something that we need to pay attention to. So this uh, no gain without pain mindset is not true. Um, the, going out and hurting yourself just to meet your run schedule is asinine, and there's no reason to be doing that. Um, if you wake up in the morning and you're not feeling it, because you haven't quite recovered from the run before, or you had a lot of stress the previous day that is carried over, then it's time to tone it down or not even run that day. So you need to start paying more attention to your body, listen to your body, rather than follow some training plan um, that was probably developed for runners in their 20s and the 30s in the first place. So, so, so two things to do. Um, uh, what what I do with my clients is we lay out a training plan that that gives you enough recovery, um, unless something else goes on that you need to adjust. But again, the adjustment comes from listening to your body. You can do some measurements, like checking your resting heart rate each morning, or do an HRV reading each morning to see your stress level, or just go by how you feel. Um, there's no reason to be a hero, and you know, I got to get out the door every day sort of attitude. That's just going to lead to, again, overreaching, overtraining, and creating chronic injuries that will be very difficult to recover from. So, again, the three things: you need to slow down. Uh, you need to get your feet underneath you when you're running, and you need to listen to your body on how you're rested or not. Now, I've got a way uh, you can approach this, actually written up in my new short book on the Forever Runner method. And if you click the link down below, you can check it out. It's like $5. It's a printable PDF. You can get it instantly. It's in black and white. It won't run you out uh, of ink if you want to print it out. Um, very quick read, and it'll go through all the steps for you if you're in your 50s, 60s, or 70s and want to learn how to run pain free without getting injury as you get older. So check it out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these, and I'll see you in the next one.